Okay, so the top 8 tournament is just around the corner, taking place next year. And now we know quite a bit, but there is still some information left in the dark, presumably to keep the hype up. The concept might be a bit confusing, so I'm gonna dedicate this video to briefly talk about the whole thing and also discuss a little bit on how it can affect the sport of arm wrestling as a whole. First things first though, just by its name, you have probably figured out by now that the top 8 arm wrestlers in the world will be present. Well, the top 8 arm wrestlers that want or can attend, that is, but we will talk more about that later. Okay, so where do we start and try to figure out this whole thing? Apparently, there will exist 3 top divisions in professional arm wrestling. These are General, Elite, and Top 8, ascending in that order, where Top 8 is of course the highest division. By gaining rating in the General division, an athlete can enter the Elite division, which is the Slotty Tour, which most people are already pretty familiar with. To gain access to the Top 8, the winner of Slotty and the one who has the highest number of points in the Elite division will have the possibility to fight the lowest placed athletes in the top 8. So the winners will proceed into the top 8 and the losers, they are out. So the whole point is to have a possible transition into and out of the top 8, where the top 6 will presumably be safe if I have understood things correctly. So if you're quick with math, you have probably figured out by now that only 2 people will be able to gain access each time, which brings us to the question, what about the other 6 when it's the first time around? Well, apparently the top 6 places will be through invitation, and this will be based on current and recent achievements and placements. Okay, so how will the whole tournament take place? There will be 3 stages. Stage 1 will be the base. Before this stage, the top 8 athletes will be divided into 2 brackets, champions and contenders, 4 of each. One champion will fight a contender, which will be decided by a draw. This match will be a 6-rounder, which will be the standard for the whole tournament. Losing the first confrontation means tough luck. Now this person can, in the best of worlds, end up in 5th place. So winning here is crucial, as it not only enables you to get into the top 4 by default, but it also ensures you that you will not be eliminated from the top 8. So in stage 2, the winners from the previous stage will battle it out amongst each other, and the losers will do the same. So the winners of the winners in stage 2 will battle it out for the 1st and 2nd place in the final stage, and the losers of the winners will be battling out for the 3rd and 4th place in the final stage, and so on. It's a bit confusing, but you will get the hang of it. And every participant will receive a prize, but the grand champion will receive $50,000, which is a lot more than the other participants. So winning is good. Okay, so who can we expect to see invited first time around? Well, 4 athletes have already been invited and accepted. And there will also be some transitional matches going on where Pudnik will fight Bresnan and Kudesha will fight Trubin, if Trubin decides to accept. There are still 2 more invitation slots remaining, and there are some negotiations going on apparently. Probably Larrat and Chaffee, but could also be Todd. But I don't know how these negotiations will pan out, but hopefully everybody who are amongst the top in the world will be able to participate, no matter what country or main organizations and whatnot. Okay, so what could the top 8 mean for the sport as a whole? Well, it could mean quite a lot actually. Bringing more money and more high level competitions into the sport would help to put arm wrestling on the world map. Having an estimate who is the number 1 arm wrestler in the world is also very important, since there isn't any Olympic Games to talk about. The WAF World Arm Wrestling Championships are great, don't get me wrong, but winning this competition doesn't make you the best in the world. Although I believe that the current champion might very well be so, but we will see about that. The Slotted Tour is also great, but when it comes to, the Vendetta event and the super matches, there isn't a tournament, and the top 8 will probably fill that gap now. The problem, as I see it, might be with a geographical representation, and don't get me wrong, if the top 8 in the world happens to be from, this region right here, I'm fine with that. I don't want any quotations and stuff to happen, but there can be, some bureaucratical financial limitations regarding contracts, interests, and other factors, and that might contribute to the fact that a lot of great arm wrestlers might not attend at all, and then I think that the whole concept loses its purpose. If problems with WAL rises, this might very well be the case, and if the American competitors doesn't attend for various reasons, the event won't be as worldly and global. Still, for an arm wrestling fan like me, I am happy either way. I just want to see some really good arm wrestling, and in the end I think it will be a battle between these two giants, and that would be awesome. Let me know in the comments down below who you want to see compete in the top 8 and who do you think will win it all. Anyway, I am the Armsport Gamer. Until next time.